Hey, back at it again. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Barakah Kodash. Double honors unto my apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and safety to all. This is Seakim, as I push this word in truth and in all sincerity. Shalom to you all. All right. Shalom to you sisters that are out there as well. Like I said, back at it again with another quick one. Hey man, we are in, as we have always been, but we're in a birth pain. All right, the contractions are increasing. Or I should say, the duration between is shortening between each contraction at this point. You know, we're in very heavy times, very spiritual times, very prophetic times. You know, starting with our apostles and elders, we've been giving the understanding for those that have ears to hear for decades at this point. You know what's happening right now over there in the Middle East is biblical prophecy being fulfilled right before our eyes. You know, Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, which we've gone over multiple times, about Gog being a guard, which the modern day Gog represents the Russians, and they're over there. They're basically sitting back watching, giving intel, giving satellite information to Iran, China, and Russia. But all of this is prophetic. Everything is falling into place. Everything is falling. The pieces are falling into place. Like we've been saying, we've been long suffering and patiently waiting for the Lord to, as the scriptures say, we shall desire to see one of the days of the Lord, and it shall not come. That's part of the suffering. But at a certain point, this stuff, all of this got to come to pass, man. All of it. And we're in those times, man. We're in those times. Look how fast time is going. I was just saying to my rib this morning, I had my eyes on this one tree in my complex. And I remember when all the leaves fell off of it. I just feel like it was just yesterday. Like, I felt like I just was like, oh man, look, all the leaves fell off that tree. It was like November. And I looked at that same tree this morning and was like, man, it's blooming already. Like, fuck. It felt like a fresh memory. Because the Lord said that if he didn't shorten, he's shortening the days for the elect's sake, that if he didn't shorten these days, that no flesh shall be left. It's going to get to a point, man. That's why it's happening. It's here. Now, it might not be tomorrow. It might not be April. It might not be June. But, hey, man, the projection of where everything is going, hey, man. Scriptures say in Isaiah, the 9th chapter, one of my favorite scriptures, speaks about that how old wars were fought. Wars of old was fought with basically the old way of war. A bunch of men charging at each other with swords and fighting. That Leonidas style of fighting. And then, but it says that this war shall be fought with burning. I'm driving. You have the water. Yep. the water for putting that there. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This war is not a war of a bunch of karate masters, you know what I'm saying, with America and Iran are fighting each other with missiles. Iran and Israel are not fighting each other with foot soldiers. They're fighting each other with missiles. So take it from a smaller aspect of fighting, gunfight. Right? Two niggas, let's just use two street niggas, right? Start out, they might start out with the handguns. He got a Glock, he got a SIG, and they banging out with each other. I'm just using a very simple example of this, how this is going to, you could apply to what's happening on war. War is war. The only things that change within war is the budget. But the attitude is the same. So when some street niggas would go from a handgun then they might up it to, rifles, shit like that, right? Then it goes to automatics. It's the same thing with here. They're like Iran said that they're using their old missiles. This is some old shit. They clearing out. They getting this 1990 shit out the way, 2000 technology out the way. So what you think that mean? The intensity of this fight is gonna increase. The devastation is gonna increase. So I was going to entitle this, hey man, when it's up, it's up. As Jake say, when it's up, it's up. Ooh, M144, all praise Yahweh Shimei Awashai, man. All praise Yahweh Shimei Awashai. When it's up, it's up. That's the title. Yeah, shit might cool off a little bit. But man, ain't no, nah, man. When it's war, it's war. Iran ain't trying to do no fucking negotiations. They're not trying to hear, hey, what is that? Isaiah the 13th chapter, where it says the Medes shall not regard your gold nor silver. Hey, y'all, if you listen to my page, you know I'm an avid Wire person. The Wire, the series. So at the end of Stringer Bell's character, right, he got basically ran down by, for those that remember brother the Manzunda, if I'm saying his name, he was the Muslim hitman, and then Omar, they ran down on him. And they had him pinned in a building, like he was pinned in a building where it was basically, there was nowhere for him to run at this point. There was no way. So what did he try to do? Hey man, what y'all need, man? Whatever. I got money, I give it to you. And then Omar looked at him with a face of like, you still don't get it. A lot of people think they can buy their way out of a situation, but some things is beyond money. The pride of thee has deceived thee. Now we know that them Russians are still Edomites. Ain't nobody disregarding that. But that spirit of that Edomite spirit that really everybody hates is that American Israel Edomite spirit. That's where the hate of the world lies on. And what we're witnessing too is people are letting it know how much they hate. Yeah, brother Manzoon. I'm fucking his pronunciation up, but yep. The people at this point, it's war. All right. The pride of Esau has deceived him, and this American and Israel union is being highlighted, and the world is showing forth that they hate these powers. If you go on social media and you look at any post dealing with the devastation, first of all, them little hats got it banned, where they're not really exposing they're not exposing the ass that they're receiving right now. They're not exposing it. You got to go get that footage from the Iranian news post. You're not going to get that from these American Israel-backed posts. But these people are getting their ass beat. America and Israel is getting their ass beat. And social media, if you go on there, and most posts, they're going to show people are going to be, oh man, keep going. I hope they have infinite supply. People are celebrating this. People are celebrating what's happening. Now here's the kicker. You got to remember, this devil is still in power. This devil is twisted. And when I say this devil, I'm speaking about them little hats over there, them Amalekites. They're the true Amalekites. And they're bugged out. Now, the scriptures speak about Israel being hated by all men. Right? You got to remember, they got to do things to make themselves fulfill prophecy. So a lot of this is they are orchestrating and fabricating hate towards them. So that, see, Lord, they hate us. Nigga, you're the devil that the Bible speaks of. This is only going to increase. The world is celebrating what's happening over there in the Middle East. What is happening over there against in Tel Aviv and these other in Israel. So what do you think is going to happen with these cowards? Trump and Mr. Natty, right, are both war criminals. They're both war criminals. They're both got their backs against the wall. The only thing that could save their face card and their reputation and keep them probably out of prison is if they won these wars. How? So with that attitude, I wouldn't take off the table that these motherfuckers might drop an N-U-K-E. All right? They might take it there. They might take it there off of the strength of they're in a bad case. Now, since I was talking about The Wire, I'll speak about, I guess I can continue with that as a metaphor as well, too. When you get to the further end of the series, I should say, not the season, the series, I said Stringer, because Stringer basically got slimed out, by himself and his own actions. His own bullshit plays caught up to him. Which, hey, he was a Jake But really in the spirit, that's what's happening to Esau as well. All that bad shit you done did and you done put out there is coming back to you. Every time you slime somebody out, every time you lied on them, every time you did some deceitful shit, it's just time for you to pay the price, pay the piper. You reap what you sow. Hey, Galatians. The Lord is not to be mocked. You reap what you sow. If you was a deceitful, and that's what Esau's getting. He's getting back his. It's time for him to pay what he dealt out. It's time for you to pay up. So at the end of this series, pretty much, if I had to summarize it, and I've watched this series, I'm not going to talk about it as much. I've watched this series from start to finish, probably almost shy of 10 times at this point in my life, you know. So when you watch the show, at the end of it all, you see the high level of desperation. When shit get cracked down, when that crackdown come down, desperation shows. From the top to the bottom. Okay? Lawyers, desperate. That's why Marlo walked away in the series. He walked away basically clean in the series after being caught super dirty, was because of desperation and people's backs against the wall, all the way from the mayor, governor, all the way down to the chief of police, the commissioner, the detectives, the beat walkers, the drug kingpins. Everybody, pressure came down and niggas had to react. See, if we feeling pressure down here at the bottom of this society, understand that pressure, it didn't start down here. That pressure's from above. All right, that's another demonic movie I like. As above, basically as above, so below. That's what that, you know, Baphomet shit is. But basically, what's happening at the top is happening on the bottom. What's happening over there is happening over here. And that's just the truth. Trump is under a lot of pressure. The elite. If Trump's under pressure, the elite's under pressure. All these Edomites are under pressure. Just as much, hey, I'm gonna hit you in the spirit. Just as much as we feel this pressure kind of coming off of us. What does that mean in the senses of what I say, the pressure coming off us? The Lord is training us up. The Lord is building us up to deal. So in the senses, at a certain point, hey man, these curses gonna come off of us. Every day these curses are being lifted off of us. And they're not just floating around, man. That energy, that demon is going somewhere else, and it's going on Esau. That's why we're witnessing him moving hasty. That's why we're witnessing him fucking up. That's why his plays ain't working no more anymore. Either you blessed or you cursed. But see, there's an interesting point of intersection where we're entering into our blessing and Esau is entering into his curse. See, Esau don't got the power that he once had, where man, hey, what does it say in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, about the blessings? That these blessings shall overtake thee and consume thee, and you shall not be able to get away from them. Well, Esau's blessing was that he was able to live by the sword. So, man, anytime he upped that fire, he was John Wick. He was John Wick. He was a marksman. But now his blessing is fading. It ain't hitting the same. Have thou become as weak as we? We all got everybody tooled up out here. So your toolage ain't hitting the same no more. You think of a plan, it just don't become successful because, hey, Satan was working with you. He ain't working with you like that no more. Yeah, Stringer Bell was a slime ball. He was. He played the game until the game played him, and that's Esau too. Esau playing this game, but the game is coming to an end. We're not playing no more. This game's over, Esau. No, wait, one more round. No, it's over, Esau. It's over. You had your run. You had your time. The time is up. It's not my fault. I'm out. I'm basically about to get off here in a second. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Esau's time is up. You wanted war. You used the tactic of war to put fear in the hearts of people, to intimidate people is the word I'm looking for. You know, that was your tactic. Because you're a war people. That's the only thing you know how to do is move with war. But now you don't want it. See, it's like that bully that he want to fight when you don't want to fight. But now that everybody on some crazy shit, everybody on some, nah, fuck it. Hey, what's my man? What's my man from Diamond Gym? Let's die. Yeah, let's die. Now Esau like, whoa, wait a minute. I was just playing. Everybody, the Lord putting that spirit on all these nations. They tired of being your little bitch boy. So they like, yeah, nigga, let's die, nigga. We can all die here. See, it's okay. And Esau show you that in every last one of his movies, every last one of his plays, anything that shows him in his natural space. He's all talk if you step into his position and step at him, he's going to bitch up every fucking time. And he's showing that. Ooh, beautiful. Job 20:22. The fullness of his sufficiency shall be in his straits. Every hand of the wicked shall. All right, fuck it, man. I'm just saying that's how these nations and these people are moving. And you know what, man? Fuck it. Because you got to understand the same spirit that's over here amongst the youth is the same spirit that's over there amongst their youth and their men. Just as much as, I got to say, millennial men, 40 and younger, are not the same as 50 and up men or 60 and up men. It's a generational difference. A lot of people under 40 on the planet Earth have had a terrible experience since birth. They don't give a fuck no more. So imagine that spirit charged up over there in these other countries, in these other lands that Esau been really war-ridden and fucking over. You see? So now everybody got that, yeah, nigga, let's go. Fuck it. We can all go in this motherfucking attitude. And Esau is backing up like, oh, hold on now. These niggas really want to fight. I was just playing. Now Trump want to ceasefire. Now Trump want to negotiate. But, hey, you didn't want to do all that shit. You've been popping your shit towards them since you got in office. Like, hey, man, I'm going to do it. Let's go. Because y'all are just shit talkers. But ain't no more room for shit talking. Ain't no more room for that. These other nations want problems always. They want the smoke at this point. Niggas is tired. Niggas is stressed out. Everybody is tired of looking at this devil. With that smug attitude, with that I've never done nothing wrong to nobody attitude, man. There's a video, if you could find it. If not, I'll try to remember and post it, where this Japanese man in Japan was speaking about how he felt about so-called white people, and how white people come to their country and they be basically taking advantage of the women and girls and the children, and how basically this is him not wanting them in his land. It's not just make it seem like it's only black people that have a problem with white people. Everybody has a problem with you so-called white people. Don't you get it? You just didn't y'all get chased out of South Africa? Aren't y'all getting chased out of Mexico? Y'all are getting chased out of everywhere. You're the problem, and it's not, this is the world coming against you, because the world is now realizing who the fucking problem is. It's the United States of Israel, of Israel, and it's the country of Israel. It's these two powers are the problem on the planet Earth, and the world is realizing that. Thus saith the Lord. The biblical prophecy said that this would be the least of the flock shall draw thee out. The least of the flock shall draw thee out. Who's the least? Them little hats over there. We've been telling you people for years, starting with our apostles and elders, that the least of the flock shall draw you out. Now, what do you got? You got Marines in hearings. We don't want to fight another war for Israel. I'm not going to fight another war for Israel. Oh, okay. Because who's drawing you out? Them little hats. Your children, your daughters, Americans, you hear me? Your daughters and sons are going to get drafted to go fight for these hook noses. That's what's going to happen. Whether you like it or not, because, hey, it's biblical prophecy. Hey, so with that, I'm going to go and close this up. I'm going to read. That's a good one. Hey, the water, bro. Hey, Isaiah 14:16. And they that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms? Yeah. I'm just using examples in the world to give a likeness unto this bigger, a micro example for a macro example. The macro is this war and the geopolitical. A lot of people may not understand all of these pieces, but there's still war tactics at play, right? When you take a L, it's like it's like the worst thing a bully can do is take the L, because then you lose. It's like Suge Knight. That's the great example. Suge Knight. For you brothers, sisters that may be too young to understand how big of a bully and boogeyman and monster that Suge Knight was in the 90s and 2000s. They said Suge Knight hung Vanilla Ice over a balcony and took his record publishing and all that shit, right? He was a big bad bully, right? So everybody, the whole industry at one point was afraid of Suge, right? Suge got his ass laid out. Suge's whole life and career was over once he got his ass knocked the fuck out. When he got knocked the fuck out, everything else started to go bad. Everything. Yeah, Debo was another one. As soon as Debo got his ass laid out, he was in prison, and it was over with for him. Once the mystique of how big and bad you are is gone, everybody want a piece. There's no more fear. Oh, we smell blood. Oh, he's weak like us. Oh, let's get him. And that's Esau right now. Only reason you people believe this shit is because you believe some shit that happened 100 years ago in World War I and World War II. That's why a lot of you have this pride in America. Other places don't have that pride. They don't have that fear of this place no more. All right. Hey, so with that, let me close this up. Slavery's a calling. You know, Lord willing, this part will be over soon too, brothers. Hey, so with that, I'm going to give glory and you. Hey, there's plenty of names. Once a nigga gets, you gonna keep me in the car. Once a nigga gets exposed, everybody ain't hearing that shit. Like, oh man, ain't no hearing that shit from you, man. Such and such laid your ass out. I'ma do you like, hey, what did Debo? What did that nigga say at next Friday? Hey, I'ma do your ass like Craig did. He wasn't afraid of Debo.